Yo guys, what's going on? Draykke here, and we are back on the Unnamed Server for some more on the Unnamed Server. And this episode, we are finally working on the last room of the hotel. Officially, last room of the hotel. This is a freaking... This is a big ordeal. This, it needs like fireworks or something, but I'm not even sure how I can implement that in. Yeah! Anyways, yeah, last room of the hotel, I'm super excited, and I am taking the suggestion from one of you guys, because a couple episodes ago I said that I needed suggestions for the last room of the hotel, and obviously I got stuff that I still wanted to build, but I really wanted to get you guys' builds in here too, just because this is kind of like our project that we're building together, you know? I try to take you guys' feedback and do some stuff like that, and so yeah, last episode I asked for advice on what I should do with the last room, and I got a ton of comments from you guys about what I should do. It was freaking great. You guys were awesome with that. There was a lot of them, really great ideas. One of you even posted, like, I don't even know how many, but you just basically threw out a whole bunch of different ideas, like, for what a room, you know, could be, like, pirate ship and, like, stuff like that. Just a whole bunch of different suggestions, which was awesome, and I would have used one of those. However, one of you posted, like, a full-fledged, you think I should make this, and I am in complete agreement. So, what we are doing this episode is building a Dwarven Skyrim-inspired room. So, if you guys aren't familiar with it, I will post a picture on the screen right about now, so you can kind of get a good idea about what I'm talking about. So, it's like a dungeony, tunnel, underground, stonework type room. And so it's probably going to have like the pillars and stuff like that, and just there's so many different rooms in Skyrim that can represent this, obviously, but I'm just going to try to take a blend of all of them and just put them together and see how it works, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much my entire plan for the episode, so I think I got the resources I might need. I am definitely going to need different varieties, but I think I have a bunch up there in the chest, so we can go ahead and get started. Man, this is exciting. This is exciting. This has been one hell of a project from start to finish with these hotel rooms and stuff. I am excited. It is the last room. It's just been a long freaking journey. It's going to be nice to wrap it up, but at the same time, it's just going to leave a hole in my heart because there's a lot of other ideas that I had and a lot that you guys posted that I also think would make awesome hotel rooms. But, yeah, this is going to be it for the hotel room portion, and then this is all going to be freaking done, and then we're going to have to work on, of course, like, sealing it up and stuff like that, and probably next episode will be, like, the roof and the polish, and you guys know how this works by now. But I'm just basically getting some general resources that I'm pretty sure I'm going to need, and then we can actually start working this thing. But I really don't know what all I'm going to need, because once again, you guys are used to this by now. I just wing things completely off the bat. I have no idea about what I'm going to build beforehand. I literally just look at the suggestions, or I come up with an idea. I'm like, that's what's going in this shit, and then that's it. That's the entire story. I just make it happen on the spot, pretty much. Sometimes for good, sometimes for the bad. You guys can let me know in the comments what your favorite room is so far. I honestly don't know. There's a lot of really cool rooms, I think. I like them anyways. Maybe you guys hate them. Maybe you guys hate, like, every room that I've ever built so far, and you're just burning up inside. Okay, so being in the snapshot that we are, and we're not in the latest snapshot for Minecraft, but we're one of the latest. I think it's like 14W 26B or something. And I think like 28 or 29 is the latest. I'm not sure. It's one of those. It's like one of the later ones. But I know that you can make cracked stone. Is it by smelting regular stone? Is that how you do it? Is that a thing, or are we not in that snapshot? Because I would really like some cracked stone right now. That would be kind of awesome. Okay, so I looked it up on the wiki page to see, and it says you take stone bricks and you smelt them to make cracked. So let's see if this works. What? It's doing something. It's doing something. Is it gonna do it? I don't know if we're in the latest snapshot or not, like to actually do it. Yes! Man, give me some more of this crack shit. Man, give me this right now, man. Alright, so the reason I am getting the cracked stone, obviously, is to use in a building. But if you look at any of the pictures, it seems like most of the floors are like a stonework, not a completely smooth concrete, obviously, because this is like Skyrim olden times, if that's how you want to describe it. But yeah, so it ain't gonna be like a completely smooth texture or anything like that. And so I wanted to just get I don't know, some variety of like a broken up type of block, some kind of semi-broken up type of block, and then like a pretty smooth, you know, solid looking type. So I think these three combinations to make the floor is gonna make it look pretty good. I think so. And then obviously we're gonna have a whole bunch of other elements and stuff in the room to, you know, take away from the plain look of the floor. But yeah, I think this will actually work out very well. So I'm not sure if I want to do this in like the checkered pattern I usually do. So I don't want to overuse things, is the only problem. I don't want to keep overusing the same designs over and over. And so I'm trying to break it up as much as I can. I think so far I've been pretty successful at that. But I don't want to keep using like a checkered pattern. The only problem is I really don't know of a way to do this without doing a checkered pattern. Because if you look at the pictures, so it is divided into different slabs. So if you look at the floor, you'll see that there is a line separating some of the floors and stuff like that. And so if you're going to do that, I mean, I guess the best way to do it would be like this, to where you'd use different types of blocks in each quadrant of the room. But as you can see, I don't think that's going to look right. It doesn't look natural at all. So I think I kind of really have to go with a checkered type of look, at least for this floor, right? I just don't think this back-to-back is going to look appropriate. So, yeah, I think I'm probably going to go with the checkered. I am so freaking happy that you can now craft these things. So, you can craft mossy stone brick, you can craft the cracked stone brick, you can craft the chiseled stone brick, which, believe me, is going to be making an appearance in this room. But it's freaking sick. I love how you can do that now. They are making the right, and freaking bunnies. We have bunnies now. Well, man, what you gonna do versus a freaking bunny? You ain't gonna do jack shit versus bunny ninja lethal death. Good God, this floor turned out amazing, and I'm gonna die. I am going to sleep in this awesome-ass pagoda, because that is something that I can do. And sure, you might get on my case, you know, for being the owner of a hotel and sleeping in the beds, but dude, don't even worry about it. These sheets are changed out daily by our maids that we don't hire and we don't pay. I've already discussed them before. The Filipino freaking maids that come in, they do work, but they really don't do work because we don't pay them at all, and they're very underprivileged. But you know what? That's the price they get for working at the Unnamed Hotel. It's decadency, but at the same time, I mean, there has to be some kind of bottom line, right? And the bottom line is they don't get paid. That's pretty much it. Alright, and before I go any further with this room, I do need to install a window, because it has to be symmetrical for the outside, otherwise it's not going to look right. And I realized I made that mistake with the Miner's Paradise room over there, because I put a window in there. However, I did not put a window in the Hiwana Pagoda. Hiwana Pagoda? Hiwana Pagoda. I'm screwing up the names of my own room. I did not put one in the Hiwana Pagoda room, because that's where the pagoda is located. So I'm either going to have to put a window in over there, or remove the window in the Miner's Paradise. One or the other, because otherwise it's not going to look right. And so I'll probably do that off camera, because next episode is going to be like the polish and stuff like that. You guys know how this works by now. So I'll be doing the polish, and more than likely I will just do it during that, or off camera, one of the two. But one of the rooms has to change, and then I will tell you guys which one it is, and obviously show you the changes after I get done. But yes, this one needs a window, so it'll match that side, which is the Mad Science Chamber of Beakers room, and so it has to have a window here to match it. But I don't know if I got any glass panes. Probably don't. Probably gotta go get sand. Why am I moving my bow in my bar? I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Okay, I got some glass panes, and while I'm headed up, I'm gonna talk to you guys for a second. First thing, I need more glass. I do have sand. I had some backed up because I was building the Spargus map from Jack 3, and so I had a lot of sand left over. So that ain't a problem. The only problem is I gotta smelt it now because I don't have it smelted. I got any coal? There's my freaking coal. It's right there. Awesome. Get your ass in there. Okay, so we do have some glass panes, which I can use, but I cannot fill in all of it, I don't think. Nope, totally can't. Really? Really? Okay, well, I'm gonna leave that smelt up because I'm just kind of pissed off at it right now. So while it is smelting, let's get to work putting in a little bit of the decorations of the room. And as usual, you know, this stuff kind of comes later on, like after I get both of the floors laid out, but I think I can go ahead and at least start putting in some of them. So I think what I'm gonna do, yeah, I think that'll work. So let's get a couple more stone brick real quick, like this, and let's make a few more stairs. Perfect. Should I use no, because the tables in there are kind of nice looking. They kind of still do have like their freaking design and stuff, so I'm gonna try to leave them intact. Does that look like a table? It kind of does. Right? It kind of looks like a table. But see, their tables just usually have the legs on either side like that. They don't wrap all the way around. They're actually open on the bottom. And then the table is put on top, which maybe this will look good. It is glorious! Glitch pain. I do want to grab some yellow carpet real quick because I'm going to try to kind of whip together one of those rugs, like the red rug with the freaking golden embroidery stuff going through it. Really kind of hard to do in Minecraft, simply because it takes up a full block. You can't do, like, lines through it or anything like that. But one thing I might be able to do, it's a little trick, and you guys probably already know about it because it's kind of a common trick. It's not, you know, too unwell known about. Is that how I want to word that sentence? It's not too unwell known about... What? It's not too unwell known... I think that actually is grammatically correct, but I do not think that that does not sound like a normal sentence! Alright, so like I said, you guys probably already know about this. If you don't, then you were about to learn about something freaking awesome, people. So, pay attention. I'm going to get some carpet. This isn't the secret, by the way. This is something completely normal. I'm just making some carpet is all I'm doing right now. This is not actually the trick. The trick involves using signs, and if you are familiar with it, you know exactly right now what I'm doing. But basically, you take signs, and I need to get said signs first. That's probably pretty good. If I need more, I can make more. But basically, you take signs, and I need to dig out where I want this carpet to be. So I think, should I do like center of the room, or should I go, I feel like it should go about right here. I feel like it should run to there, right? I feel like that's a nice size carpet. That's a decent size. That's gonna be great. So basically I need to move this floor down one block so I can place signs on top. And this is gonna make a whole lot more sense once I actually do this. But I'm just going to use dirt, I think, just for the floor. Simply because you're not going to see it at all, and so it really does not matter. I just need blocks there to place signs on. So if I seal this in... Oh my god, this freaking shovel of mine. Jesus Christ. I forget how powerful it is every time I go to use it. Okay, there we go. Dirt sealed in. Let's get the signs. And then now I need to place the signs how I want, like, the embroidery to look. And this is actually commonly seen on a lot of servers. I've seen other YouTubers do it too. But I think, let me think how I want this. So if you look at that rug in the picture, they kind of do like a striation type look. So I'm going to try like this. So I want to place a sign like that, sign like that, sign like that. I will skip over 2 blocks, sign like that. Oh, this one's out of place. God dang it. Perfect. And I'm caught. Oh god, I think there's is there an invisible block here? There is most definitely invisible. Oh god, it's raping me! I disconnected and then reconnected and I found the culprit.
Oh, hello, Draykke. It's been a long time!
Are you fucking kidding me? You're back again. Last time I seen you, I think, was like the faction series.
That's the last time you seen me, but I've been stalking you. Oh boy, have I been watching you.
That's creepy, to say the least.
You want a popsicle? I got a whole freezer full of popsicles down in my basement.
You're a dirt block. Why would you even have... Actually, you've been nothing but inanimate objects. Like, since I even started this channel. How do you possess any... How are you even talking?
You get your ass over here.
Ah, shit! Okay, well, now that that's out of the way, we can get back to our carpets. So, basically, I have just kept, like, the striations up, and I think the next thing I'm going to do is run them this way. So it's going to kind of look like it's woven together, and hopefully this is going to look good. It's probably going to look like trash, and I need one more sign, don't I? God dang it, 1 second. And then, perfect. Which way is it? This way. Okay. That looks like a mess right now, but hopefully this is actually going to look pretty good. So, I need to now take carpet, and obviously I cannot weave the colors together like that, but I probably could just do like a gold carpet on the outside. And so if you shift and then you right-click on top of the signs, it will actually place the carpet on top of the sign, and it'll seal it off. However, the top of the sign will stick through the carpet. See what that does? So it puts like the little freaking embroidery stuff in it. Now, it's not exactly like I want it to look like, but it at least might convey it. And this looks way too clean. So the carpet in the picture that I've seen is mostly red. At least that's how I remember it too from the games. So I'm actually going to put mostly red, I think, through it. with just a couple pieces of yellow, and I'm just going to leave in the yellow kind of like it's broken up, and so it's not like completely all there. Let's take this out. Turn that gold. Like that. Let's turn this red. Oh, maybe. Red. Okay. How's that look? Oh, I just had a major-ass lag. Wow. Okay, let's try that one more time. That looks pretty... I feel like this one should go red, and then this one should go yellow. I feel. That looks pretty good. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do in the room is start constructing the pillar. I screwed that sentence up so bad. But we're going to start constructing the pillars. And so I kind of want to have them in each corner of the room, I think. I think that's probably going to look the best. And I'm not exactly sure I'm going to design them. But one thing I know I want is chiseled stone brick. Because if you look in the pictures again, it has like the embroideries and stuff actually in the stone, like the engravings, rather is a better word to use. But the engravings basically run through the stone. And so I want to put that in. And I think... I'm pretty sure due to the update, you can take stone brick half slabs, you take them, divide them, and it makes chiseled stone brick. Oh my god, that's so freaking awesome. I'm making some more chiseled stone brick, not gonna sing this freaking song again. Na 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 na. Okay, so we need to make these things look unique, which is kind of hard to do, but we're gonna try our hand at it. So I think I kind of want them to go like this, right, and then maybe that there, okay? And then the next level, let's do a layer of stone brick like that. Okay, that looks pretty good. I don't know... I want to try to make these look as good as I possibly can. But it's kind of hard to do when you're, like, kind of restricted to a full block. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to make them look as unique as I possibly can. I think that looks pretty good so far. And then the next level... I will do chiseled stone brick, like that. Okay, let's do cracked stone brick. Oh my god, it's looking beautiful so far. Let's get some ender pearls on my bar because I can. And then, should I make it chiseled again? I feel like the chiseled should be used sparingly. I tell you what, I know what we can freaking do. So let's put in... I want it to be symmetric. I keep going back on what I'm doing. Okay, so let's use chiseled stone brick again. Let's do that. Let's put another layer of these stone brick, and then we will put a layer of these upside down stairs. If I can get them positioned. Come on, buddy. You got... Oh, dude, you're freaking doing great. You were doing so good right now. Keep it up. Okay, and I think this needs to be a half slab. God damn it. 1 second. I did it. Okay. And now a freaking stair up this one. God dang it, no, that's wrong. You got, man, this is freaking I'll have to get, like, dirt or something. Hang on, this is way too difficult. Oh my god, it's so much easier. Okay, we need to go back 1 block. Perfect. Step back and take a look at our work. It is magnificent. Good god, this is looking amazing so far. Okay, now here's where I start to run into issues. Because I would like to do... one of these pillars in each corner of the room, right? I would like to have 4 pillars in a room total. Only problem is, I don't know where the staircase to the second floor is going to go. So, what I might have to do is take, like, start the staircase here and run it this direction, have a platform, and then run it this direction, going up. Which, actually, that might look pretty cool. So, that might even turn out for the better. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start putting in the other pillars, and then we'll see how this all turns out. Another one's done. And the last and final pillar is done. I think they look freaking great. Look at this. I think this turned out awesome. So I think what I might do is on this side, I'm going to go ahead and remove this crafting bench too, but I think on this side here, the left side, I'm going to put the staircase. I think on the right side, this is where the functional area is going to go. And I think what I also might do is kind of like arc this over a little bit, and so I think that's going to make it look really cool. So I guess I'll go ahead and build the staircase, we can construct the second floor, and then we will continue on from there, I guess. And this is where things kind of get a little bit difficult. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 space leeway to work with, so that's 5 levels. How many do I have to go up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 7? Okay, that might work. That might work. So what I might do is place 2 stairs here, place a platform, and then place the others, place them going up like this. I think this might work out. Maybe. We're gonna find out like in 4 seconds, but I don't know. I'm trying to curve them upwards, but at the same time I don't want to run out of room, and so like that. Yup, and then this will curve back. Like this. Tell me this is gonna work. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Did I do it? Holy shit, I'm a genius! Freaking sexy, dude. Oh, this is great. And so now I just need to kind of seal this in, which I might just use stone brick like this, just to kind of seal it a little bit. I might put in a little hubby hole in there with some extra storage or something. I don't know. For right now, though, I'm just going to place a couple torches. That way no mobs spawn. Okay, so I just decided to go ahead and seal it all in, but check this out. I think that looks pretty cool. That is a unique staircase. I like that. I think that turned out well. The only thing I need to do is put in, like, rails or something here, because that's gonna, like, make the player fly off the shit, so maybe like that. And, let's actually, let's try something along the lines of, like, a actual fence going, right? Maybe? Like this? Doesn't really look right. Does this look right? Kind of. That looks pretty good. Maybe. Like that. Well, let's see how it actually feels. It's all about the feels. You know, you gotta test it, you gotta see. I like that. I like that a lot. That freaking, oh dude, this is awesome. Alright, so now it is time for the second floor, and you guys might have noticed I'm not talking as much as I usually do, which is still, I still am talking quite an excessive amount, honestly. I never shut up, usually. But the reason I'm not talking as much is just because I'm really trying to think with this build. I'm really trying to make it as good as I can, and I want to use the new blocks, well not new blocks, but you guys know what I'm talking about, like the cracked stone brick, that were previously uncraftable. You can now craft them, and so I'm really trying to utilize them the most. But I'm just trying to figure out what looks the best. And the dilemma I'm running into right now is that I want to keep using stone, andesite, and cracked stone brick like I've done here. Only problem is, I don't want to change my pillars. Now, you're probably wondering why the hell that's a problem. Well, because the pillars, the way they're shaped, if you look up here, it's a stair, and so it's a half slab going into the floor. So if I place solid blocks like this, say this is the floor, it's just going to have a weird gap. You see what I mean? And so if I place just a couple more, you guys will see what I mean. So if I come down below, you'll see the pillars are just like weirdly gapped away from the floor. And so the solution to that would be to use half slabs as a floor above, and just to seal them all off, and that way it would keep the nice look, and it wouldn't matter. The only problem is, there is no such thing as andesite half slabs, stone half slabs that don't look like this, because I want them to look like actual stone, or cracked stone brick half slabs. And so, I'm kind of in a spot to where I don't know what to use as the floor. So what I might have to end up doing is maybe make like a almost mosaic type looking floor using these stone slabs, and so I'll have like a decoration in the center, and then the rest of the floor would just be stone brick half slabs. It would look nice. It's not that it ain't gonna look nice. I do believe that it would. It's just that I kind of wanted to go with the rustic, beaten down dwarven mine look, and it's gonna kind of look like new. But I mean, I guess I can go ahead and start building. I'll see what it looks like after I get a little bit of it done. Hopefully I'm gonna like it, because if I don't, this is gonna be a major pain in the ass. Okay, so I think I got most of the second floor done that I want to, at least with like the floor plan. I didn't put any like decorations or furniture or anything like that yet, but I did get the floor laid out, so you guys can tell me what you think. I changed the concept a little bit, but it still kind of holds true. So I'm gonna walk in here. Boom! Check it out so far. I like it. So basically what I changed was, instead of just putting just plain half slabs, I ran stairs along the sides, and so it has like this neat little engraving bump type thing going on, and then it kind of actually forms into the floor, which has a mosaic floor type thing. And I did notice, I don't know if I want to keep it symmetrical or not, because if you notice, this comes directly off the pillar and runs into the center, this comes directly off the pillar, runs into the center, etc., etc. But these here on the sides are just like a cool little design, but they don't actually run from anything. Now they would look okay if I did the same thing on this side, but I don't know if I want to just take them out and just have slabs running from each pillar or not. So I might change that here coming up in a little bit, but for right now I think it's okay, and I'll go ahead and come up here to show you guys what it looks like. So This is basically it. And then coming off this piece of andesite in the center, I'm going to put glowstone down below, which I'm going to do right now before I forget. So, 1 second. I can't reach him here. Oh god, I can't reach it. Wait, should I do cobblestone first? Cobblestone fence, that is. Maybe. I don't have any on me, it doesn't look like, but I can grab some real quick. 1 second. Do I know own? Did I use them all? I don't remember using them all. Maybe I did, though. I'll just make some more. Whoops. Really? All that just so I could whiff it? Jesus freaking monk, dude. Okay, well, I think this room is looking fantastic so far. I like it anyways. Hopefully you guys will too. But I'm gonna go ahead, I think, and next install the functional areas. So, we can go ahead and start this shit. Damn it, dude. I ran out of obsidian. I found some, and while I'm talking to you guys real quick, before we go back up to the surface, I also wanted to say, if this looks like shit, please tell me if you don't like the room or not, because right now, I got contacts for the first time I've ever wore contacts in my life. I got them today, I got the freaking exam and all that stuff, I'm wearing them instead of glasses, and I'm not used to them at all. My eyes are actually kind of like watery and a little bit blurry just because I'm not used to having them in and stuff, and so, yeah, tell me if this looks like garbage. Maybe I'm just not seeing it correctly. So far, I think it looks pretty good, and so far, you guys have been really supportive of everything I've built so far, which is so freaking awesome. It's so great to, you know, build this stuff, post it, and be worried about it, and then you guys just give amazing feedback. And for the most part, I think every comment I've read, I don't think there's been any negative comments towards anything I've built so far in a hotel. I think for the most part, you guys have all said you've done a really great job, or you knocked it out of the park, which is freaking great for my end. That is so awesome. So thank you guys for the support so far, and hopefully this room will turn out just as good as the other ones will. But seriously though, seriously, tell me if it doesn't look good. I could just be looking at it wrong. These contacts are a little bit weird. I'm not used to this at all. It's like I'm looking through water a little bit, just because I'm used to glasses. I've worn them pretty much my entire life, and so I'm not used to contacts, and I had to actually, like, touch my eyeball and stuff to put them in, which, for those of you who do wear contacts, that's like nothing. You're like, I've done that my entire life. Well, I haven't. That's like the first time I've actually touched my eyeball. I had to put, like, fingers on my eyeball, not, like, around it or, like, just enough to put the contact in. Like, physically, you have to touch your eyeball to put contacts in. That is insane to me. Who the fuck thought of contacts? Honestly, is my inquiry. Who sat down and said, oh yeah, we'll make these freaking little gel things that will tear ridiculously easily, and you have to basically touch your eyeball. You have to place them on your eyeball. I don't know if that person was a genius that thought of contacts, or if he was just a freaking idiot. Nah, he was probably a genius. These things are actually working out quite nicely. Wow, I got a lot more obsidian down than I thought I did. Holy shit. Dwarven-inspired functional area. The torches are kind of obsolete, but don't even worry about it. Okay, and I did place a couple chests down here, just because if you look in the pictures, there's always little lootable things all throughout Skyrim. And I don't know if you guys played Skyrim or not. I did whenever, not when it first came out, but probably about a month or two after it came out for the PS3. I bought it and played. I loved the freaking game. It was freaking awesome. But yeah, there was always like little troughs or jars or something to open, like, all throughout the dungeon. And so I just kind of threw these here. So instead of having, like, the hubby hole with additional storage, this is the additional storage of this room. So that way it actually fits the theme and they still get the benefits. Alright, and so next thing that we have to do is place the beds upstairs, but I also think I'm going to place a pillar up here. I think. I don't know. You guys have to... I think this will look good. You can't let me know, obviously, because I'm recording this when you guys are not around. If you're talking into the screen right now, I can't hear you. There's no sense. I cannot understand anything you're saying. Anyways, I'm going to put a pillar here. I think it would look okay, so let's do that. Let's put this like this. That like that, and it ain't gonna be too tall of a pillar for the sole fact that I'm almost out of room up here, but just a little guy, you know, he likes to chill, he likes to do stuff, and is that gonna look right? Wait a second, that should have been cracked, right? Maybe, cracked, then this, then that, and then the roof's gonna go. Yeah, this works out perfect. So we can do that like that. this like this. That's the wrong direction, but you guys get where I'm going with this. Good God, it looks amazing. Okay, now the idea I have for the beds is a little bit off the wall. It is still Skyrim, but it is not the Dwarven rooms. This is actually like the crypts and like the types of ruins and stuff you would see. But basically, I'm going to make the beds, yeah, exactly how they sound, into crypts, like I already mentioned. So I'm gonna have like the crypts embedded in the wall, and then that's where the beds are gonna go. And I'll slap a picture up. The picture that I found is not the greatest to really show off what I'm talking about, but at least gives you guys an idea about at least what I mean by it. So that's like, just imagine that, but like walls of that, and that was like the ruins and crypts of Skyrim. And so that's kind of what I'm gonna do on this left wall here, I think. Okay, but that looks way too nice. Oh my God, this crypt though. Oh my God, this crypt. This thing looks so much better. Come on. I even put in a candlestick. That right there, dude, I just won everything that ever lived. Alright, now the last thing I have to do is put in the storage, which I might as well go with the same look. I mean, if I make them into like a crypt type thing too, I think it would also look very good. So, probably just gonna do that. Bam! Check that out. Now come on. That is freaking sweet. I love that.
And now I gave it some shines.
Okay guys, room 114 of the hotel, the last room of this entire hotel, is 100% complete. Well, not 100% complete, because I'm still going to do the touch-up and stuff, but you guys know what I'm talking about. It is done. Let's do the final walkthrough, and then we have to dub this thing a name. So, room 114. Okay, so I'm never gonna do that again. So yeah, this is your room. I did make some changes, like I said, but I think they're freaking awesome. You guys will have to let me know what you think. Bam! This is your room. So, as you guys can see, I went around and placed clay plots. I placed clay pots all throughout the room. And the reason being is because all throughout Skyrim, if you've ever played the game, you'll know that if you go into these dungeons and you go into these crypts and the dwarven mines and stuff like that, there is always urns to loot. They always have freaking urns with ashes, and you loot them and there's stuff inside it you can take. And, you know, I'm obviously limited on what I can build just because of the nature of Minecraft, but I have to kind of use my imagination and try to use what I think best fits it. And what I think best fits those urns is clay pots. So that's what I used all throughout the room. You guys can see I got them placed all throughout. I think they look awesome. I also put trapdoors and stuff on the glowstone and put this little end cap type thing so it looks nicer. And then, yeah, basically just a general polish. Just kind of moved around the torches. I did put any candlesticks down here too. That way it's all lit up. And now if we go upstairs, you get to see the actual big changes that I made. Not big changes, but other changes. More clay pots. So I got more clay pots up here. I also put in more candlesticks. You got all the fences. I did put in a couple picture frames with bones, just for the hell of it, because I had them in a chest, and I was like, well, this is a crypt. What would best represent that? And I was like, bones, hell yeah! So I just put them in a picture frame. I think it looked nice. I also put in ladders because all throughout those same crypts and stuff, there's always those wooden ladders that are leaning against them to get up and down to like the different crypt levels. So I did put those in, and I also took my one and only witherhead and put it here above the crypt with the beds, just because it really adds a nice touch. It sucks that I'm using my witherhead because it's the only one that I got, but it's definitely a much better touch to the room. So I added that, and you might be wondering why I'm leaving this all blank. I just like having a nice open room. Those crypts were nice and open like this, and I would just want to keep it that way. I don't want it to be like too cluttered, so I'm leaving this part all nice and open just for the player to walk, and then most of all of the content and stuff is going to be over on this side. Okay, and the last thing that we need to do to complete this room, like I said, is name it. I cannot really think of any kind of clever hook or clever name. If you guys can think of one, by all means, drop it in the comments, and I will rename the room if I like it. But I think I'm just going to I'm going to call it Dwarven Crypts. And I think that's... Am I spelling that right? Am I spelling that right? I think that's right. I just googled it. I was totally right 100%. So, Dwarven Crypts, and then down here I'm just going to put Skyrim. That way you kind of know it's a video game reference. So that is it for that entire room, and that is also it for this episode, and that is also it for the last room of the hotel. Thank you guys for all the suggestions and stuff. They were freaking awesome. I hope that I lived up to your expectations. I did a lot of rooms on this level that were off of you guys' suggestions. I did Chamber of Beakers. The Woods was my own. I did that on my own. Let me see. Miner's Paradise was also my own idea. Spargus was obviously one of you guys, and actually the Chamber of Beakers was two of you guys' suggestions that I just combined into one because I freaking felt like it, and that's how it ended up. And then also we did the Vaults from Fallout, which was one of you guys. I Want a Pagoda was obviously my suggestion, but then this room here, the last room that we did, Skyrim, was once again one of you guys' suggestions, and then all the floors down below, obviously, you guys had your input all down there. So I hope it all lived up to your expectations. I hope anyways. It's very daunting to build something after, like I've said before, you know, after a movie or a game or something like that, just because there's a certain feel or a certain vibe you have to have with the room, and I really, really hope that I got that vibe correct with this one. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do me a solid and drop it a like down below. And if you really liked it, press that subscribe button. I am going to shorten the outros of my video because me spittering off that same sentence over and over and over again gets really tiring. So from now on, it's just going to be leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't. That's pretty much it. So once again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.
You thought you had gotten away from me? You get back here!
Okay, we're dead!